Okay, we're officially live. Streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming on X. Streaming in the Discord. Let me fix my notifications real quick. Okay. What's going on, everybody? Swinging Bull here. PB alerts. Okay. What's up, Ninja? Good to see you. So today we got Palo Alto Networks reporting earnings. Ticker symbol PANW, basically PANW. We got Devon Energy reporting earnings, ticker symbol DVN. And let's take a look at some of the forecasts here. Well, first of all, let's take a look at the sector information. So real estate was on top today as a sector, then financials, then tech, industrials, consumer staples red, energy red, basic materials red. So kind of a mixed bag. Tech was up 0.57%. Kind of more of like a risk on day, to be honest with you. Consumer discretionary was flat though. Apple was nice and green. AVGO, Nvidia, Amazon, all green today. Microsoft was red. Google was red. Tesla was red. Walmart's red. So kind of mixed today, to be honest with you. Now, let me close that down. So the first company reporting earnings, Devon Energy, they report at 4:05 p.m. Eastern, so just in about another 3 minutes. Their forecast EPS 0.81, forecast revenue $4 billion. So 4:05 p.m. Eastern for their data drop and their reaction. And we got Palo Alto Networks, PANW. They report at 4:10 p.m. Eastern. Forecast EPS 94 cents, forecast revenue 2.58 billion. So we'll see how their stock prices react to the data. Getting a little bit of volatility right now on both of these. And DVN is supposed to report at 4:05, PANW is 4:10. Going into the earnings, DVN had a nice and positive PE of 10.3. Positive EPS of 4.2. They do pay a dividend, 2.18%, according to Webull. And I'm assuming that's probably a quarterly dividend. Yeah, last ex-div date was December. It was September, and then June. So yeah, quarterly dividend on DVN. And their free float, 597 million. They have been pulling a positive net income. Year over year numbers could use some love, but they are a profitable company. Debt to asset only 50%. Cash and equivalents as of September 30th, 1.23 billion. Let's look at their daily chart. I'm gonna go weekly, actually, weekly chart. There we go. I've been trading in this descending channel for a while. Look what I drew that on. Go out here. Yeah, so they finally broke out of this descending channel recently. We'll see if that holds up. Resistance on DVN, it's right around 50 bucks a share. That's probably where some sellers might be. Got about 2 more minutes and we'll get DVN's earnings reaction. I'm just gonna mark some lines at where some resistance could be. Yeah, I think 50 bucks. Probably gonna be my R1, if you will. Around there. And then 55 for R2. So if it gets a positive reaction, we're looking for a break of 50. If it gets a negative reaction, probably going to be about 39 bucks, 39 a share. That's probably where I'll be looking for support. We got some levels on the bigger time frame. We'll go back intraday. Should get the data any minute now. It's 4:04. About 30 more seconds. And again, PANW isn't until 4:10. What's up, y'all? Hey, Elizabeth. Elizabeth's coming to Trader's Paradise in Nashville. Let's go. TK's here. Ghost Chicken, love the name. Okay, any second now. Devon Energy closed the regular session just about 44 bucks a share. Look at PANW getting a reaction. Maybe they report at 405 as well. Okay. Looks like we're getting PANW before Devon Energy, which is good. Most people here probably wanting to see PANW anyway. Let me go to my other screen and see if I got the EPS and revenue and any guidance. Nothing going on with Devon Energy yet. Interesting. Okay, here's PANW. Well, look at PANW. Came all the way up to almost 175. Then came back down. Now it's back up. This thing's kind of all over the place right now. It's a 15-minute chart. I'll go 1 minute. Okay, here's a nice graphic from the earnings correspondent. So EPS expected number was 94. They reported $1.03. So good EPS beat. Revenue expectation was 2.58 billion. They reported 2.59 billion. So just a slight beat on revenue. But year-over-year numbers, nice and green, double-digit growth there. Quarter-over-quarter numbers also green. Let's see if I can find anything about the guidance, because they just faded that whole initial reaction. It's back down to where, just above where it closed the regular session. It is still green, almost 1%. But let me see. Let's find out when they're going to do their earnings call with the higher ups. I'm going to go to their investor relations page for PANW. So it's now red in after hours. So they beat EPS, they beat revenue. But the price is not reflecting that. Getting a negative reaction now. It's down 0.7%, but all right, let me find out when they're going to do their call. Okay, so let me post this link. This is for PANW. If anyone's interested in watching their earnings call, I'll put it on the comments here on YouTube and X, and then in the Discord. But let's take a look. I'll keep the price of PANW on the left here. So once you get to that link, got here, let me just scroll down. Okay, so here's the earnings call right here. So it's at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. So that's going to be 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And that's the link I just put in the comments for everybody. So about 23 more minutes before that earnings call goes down, okay? But let me go back one here. And also let me look at something else. Quick links. Let's see if they put that here. Okay, here's the press release. All right, so fiscal first quarter revenue grew 16% year over year. Let's see what else they got here. So it grew 16% to 2.5 billion. Investors they're selling off a little bit right now, so this is not impressing investors. Here's a little commentary from Nikesh Arora, the chairman and CEO of Palo Alto. And they say our strong start to the fiscal year was marked by excellent results across all metrics and significant platformization wins. Our robust innovation engine, paired with the strategic acquisition of CyberArk and Chronosphere, positions us as the data and security partner of choice in the AI era. Okay. They also say we continued to execute with excellence to start the year, as shown by our strong top-line growth and operating efficiency. That's the CFO, Deepak Golecha. And they say this sustained profitable growth was reflected by another quarter of 30% plus operating margin, and reinforces our confidence in achieving 40% plus adjusted free cash flow margin in fiscal year 28. Let me see some other business highlights here. Let's see. Accelerating enterprise platformization driven by AI adoption. Strong traction in AI security across customer base. Then we got some commentary, which I already went over, but investors are not buying this right now. And it's actually a little red. Let's see if I can find some red flags here. I mean, the earnings don't look bad. It's just, you know, maybe investors were wanting a bit more growth, maybe a bit more revenue, because the revenue basically came in line. It was up 15% year over year, but it basically came in line. So again, they're going to do their earnings call in about 20 minutes. Okay. And maybe we'll see, you know, a better move when they do that. But right now it's red. It's down a little over 2%. Closed the regular session at $163.50. It was down 2% on the day. Now it's down almost 2.5% in after hours right now. Looks like it's still trying to find a bottom too. So just made a new post-market low, 158.04. Is there? Okay, just made another new low. So still trying to find the bottom. Not getting a positive reaction. The data doesn't look bad. It's just, it's not exciting investors. It's not exciting investors. Let's see. Okay, we got some guidance information here. Okay, I see what happened. They lowered guidance. They lowered EPS guidance. So the estimate for the EPS guidance was 92 cents. Now they're coming in at 78 to 80 cents. So there's the red flag right there. And for fiscal year, so that was for Q3. EPS guidance was lowered. In fiscal year 2026 guidance was also lowered. The estimate for the fiscal year guidance for EPS was $3.87. Now they're saying 365 to 370. So EPS guidance lowered on the next quarter, and the fiscal year EPS guidance was lowered. That's the red flag. But other than that, I mean, they did beat, you know, EPS and revenue forecasts for this earnings, but they did lower guidance on the EPS front. So that's why it's selling off a little bit right now. Okay. So we'll just have to, and you know, I think revenue is a bit more important. They did raise the revenue guidance, so that's a plus. So we'll just have to see in about 15 minutes when they do their earnings call if they can give more clarity to why they reduced and lowered the EPS guidance. So that's why it's getting a negative reaction right now. So I'll come back to that in a minute. It's still trying to find a post-market low here. It just made a new low, now down to 157.25. As soon as it starts looking like it's going to bottom out, I'll draw some fib levels on here, and we'll look at some post-market levels. But I'm not going to draw it on until it starts bottoming out. So there's still some selling coming in on PANW right now. And again, got over 250 people tuning in. So anyone that just joined, PANW lowered EPS guidance for the next quarter and for the remainder of the year. And sometimes that's all it takes is an adjustment in a negative way to the guidance, and investors are going to sell it, and that's what's going on. Still trying to find the bottom. Just hit 155.81. So this thing's down almost 5%, a little under $8 a share, trading at in the 155 area after closing the regular session at 163 and some change. I'm going to go to Devon Energy and see if their results are out. It's not really moving a whole much. It's down 1%. It's down like 50 cents a share. So I mean, it's not getting a positive reaction, but it's not really getting hammered either. But yeah, Devon Energy's earnings don't look too good just from a bird's eye view. It's another chart or graphic here from the earnings correspondent. So they missed EPS. They did beat revenue, but look at the year over year and quarter over quarter numbers. Red across the board there. This is for Devon. I'm not sure if it's pronounced Devon or Devon. I'm going to go with Devon. Year over year and quarter over quarter numbers, no growth whatsoever. It's actually decline. Seeing some declines with the year over year, quarter over quarter. And they're getting a negative reaction. Let me look at a few other things. Let's find out when they're going to do their call, so everyone knows how to get to that. We'll find out when they're going to do it and how to get there. DVN Investor Relations. All right, let's take a look. And post this link in the comments too for everybody if anyone wants to take a deeper dive into either one of these earnings. There's the link for DVN. And they're in oil and gas. But let's take a look. Devon Energy. Okay, so here's the press release here. Okay, DVN reported financial and operational results. I want to keep PANW on the left just because I know most people are here for that. But we'll talk about Devon Energy while we're waiting for Palo Alto to form a bottom here in post-market. So Devon Energy reported financial and operational results for the fourth quarter and full year 2025. The company also declared its quarterly dividend and provided a 2026 outlook. Okay, the conference call for Devon Energy is not until tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. So any DVN investors out there, their earnings call with the higher ups isn't even going to be until tomorrow, right before lunchtime. All right. So let me just see this PDF document. Okay, it's only a 2-page PDF document, so that's kind of a super small press release. Let's see with the presentation here. Okay, here's the presentation. That's the earnings news release. Okay, that's a 3-page, so only 3 pages long for Devon Energy. But some commentary from the CEO, Clay Gaspar. It said Devon's disciplined execution and operational excellence defined 2025, culminating in outstanding results that exceeded fourth quarter expectations across all major value drivers. The success we achieved this year was underpinned by the momentum generated through our focused business optimization efforts, resulting in significant free cash flow and meaningful cash returns to shareholders. Well, that's fine and dandy. I mean, they're definitely kind of talking, obviously talking about the positive things, but we already know there's no year over year or quarter over quarter growth here. And that's why it's down here in after hours. So we look at a few other things. The CFO could, let's see here. Is this the CFO? Might still be the CEO, but they say, in addition to our banner year in 2025, we have taken bold strategic steps to significantly strengthen our portfolio and position ourselves for sustained success through a transformative merger with Coterra Energy. Okay, so they got the merger with another energy company. And they say that this advantaged platform will deliver higher free cash flow and enhance shareholder returns well beyond what either company could achieve on its own. Okay, interesting. But again, they're not saying anything about the quarter over quarter or year, mainly the year over year numbers. There was just no growth. It was actually declined year over year as far as EPS and revenue goes. So so that merger with Coterra Energy, it's expected to close in the second quarter of 2026. And upon completion of the transaction, Devon shareholders will own approximately 54% of the combined company, and Coterra shareholders will own approximately 46% of the combined company on a fully diluted basis. So just some highlights on DVN Energy. Oh, let me X out of that. We'll go back to PANW here. They're still trying to find the bottom. They just keep making lower low after lower low here in after hours. Just made a new low at 153.65. So they're basically down $10 a share here in after hours. Let me see what else I can find. Got about 10 more minutes left here. Let's see. So it's looking like the Bears are going to possibly win this one. Now, you never know. In 10 minutes, they're going to do their earnings web call. I'll put that link on the bottom of my screen there. That link will take you to the earnings web call. It starts in 10 minutes. Maybe there'll be a reversal after they start that call and the higher ups start giving more clarity on things. But PANW has lowered EPS guidance for the next quarter and for fiscal year. And I think that's why it's kind of taking a hit right now. Anytime they lower guidance, that's really all it's going to take. Okay. So yeah, now that we know what's going on with PANW, again, their earnings call starts in about 10 minutes. And DVN Energy, just a quick summary about them. No growth with EPS and revenue as far as year-over-year numbers go and things of that nature. And they're not doing their earnings web call until tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. So let me close down these other windows on the right here. And let's look at some of the profits from the members in the Discord. I haven't done that in a while. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Looks like Mad Maverick, that's one of our other coaches. He was trading SPY puts today. If anyone caught that move, basically after the opening move was bullish, but then it sold off down to just below 676. And our other coach in the Discord, Mad Maverick, was trading puts. I believe he was trading them live in a live stream as well. And after that, SPY reversed and started making higher lows. S&P ended the regular session up 0.10%. The NASDAQ ended up slightly red, 0.13%. The Dow slightly green. VIX ended up being down 4% today, which was good. Still around 20 though, so volatility is still a bit high. 10-year yield in the dollar basically flat. But yeah, that was I know quite a few members made money on some SPY puts during the morning session, so that was nice to see. Shout out to K Get Wealthy, collecting dividends. So it looks like he's collecting a bunch of dividends there. And one of our other coaches, Pookie, took its account from 606 to 694 this week. Well done, Pookie. Give you some fire emoji there. My buddy Farouk, nice trade. $200 profit. I love it. Give you some fire emoji on that. And Carrie. Congrats, Carrie, on having a fantastic day, up 4,500. That deserves some emojis. Really nice. Mr. OG, nice 657% win on SPY. Amazing. Look at that. Andre in our free section. Shout out to Andre. $186 profit on that. This was IWM puts from a few days ago. Out of office. Shout out to OOO out of office in the Discord. This looks like a 3-day period for $1,800. Very nice. Congrats on that. My buddy Rocket, always crushing it with the condors. Always seeing him there. He's been crushing it. He's been crushing it. Shout out to my buddy Ninja the other day with a nice gain here, 50% winner on MU. Congrats on that winner. AKA, shout out to AKA, one of our lifetime members. Very nice profit you got here. Let me give you some emojis on that one. This was from last week, just in the two trading days, $1,788. And this is just in one day. Wow, you crushing it. AKA, congrats on those gains. Well done. Shout out to Cools. Nice $472 day. Very nice, Cools. Congrats on that. More profits from out of office. Another shout out to Ninja. Got some good gain on that one. Shout out to Rhea, another one of our premium members. Two nice profitable trades there. Octavian. Shout out to Octavian. Trading the NASDAQ. Nice profits. More profits from Rocket. This looks like call credit spread. Looks like he did 8 lot size. Bagged 2,400 in profit on that. On the call credit spread side. Congrats, Rocket. You're just crushing it, man. You crushing it. But anyways, yeah, just wanted to take the end of the stream to kind of go over some of the profits that the members have been getting in the Discord. And looks like everyone's, a lot of the members are making some good money. So I'm very happy to see that. But yeah, other than that, that's really all I got for today. Let me go back to PANW. Just, okay, looks like it could be starting to curl up here. This is PANW. Let's see what kind of levels we got. I'm not going to count this upper wick here because that wasn't the real move. I'm just going to go right where it started selling off. So 25% retrace. My resistance level number 1 for PANW and post-market price action, 156 a share. Would like to see that level get reclaimed. That's the 25% retrace. So, you know, if it gets rejected here, it could be a dead cat bounce and goes lower. But if it can clear that level, it might be onto something. Still got quite a bit of work to do to get out of the woods. But I'm going to say 156 R1. And R2 is just going to be this golden fib right here, the 0.61 retrace. That's at 160 a share. So R1, 156, R2, 160. That's for PANW. For the remainder of post-market price action, support level number 1 is just going to be the post-market low right here at 153 a share to the penny, actually. So just some quick post-market levels. Everyone keep your eye on. Those are the levels I'd probably be looking at. But yeah, other than that, that's really all I got for today. My name's The Swinging Bull with PB Alerts. I'm one of the option coaches over here. I mainly write contracts and run the wheel strategy. I do a lot of spread trading. So most of my trades are sell to open or receiving overall credit on the opening transaction. So if you've ever been interested in trading that way, and maybe you just don't know where to start, I'm definitely your coach over here in the Discord. And also, if you're looking for a free watch list that we send out every morning, check that very first link in the description. It's 100% free, doesn't cost anything. And a lot of people have been really liking those watch lists that come out in the morning. And gets delivered to your inbox every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. But yeah, other than that, my name's Swinging Bull with PB Alerts. Hope everyone has a fantastic night. And I'll see everyone in the very next stream. Cheers, y'all. Bye.